Hey everyone, Sally Madison here, coming to you live from my backyard. Welcome along to my live. Now, some of you yesterday said that you wanted some ab exercises. Here's the thing, is that I actually don't encourage too much abdominal work, particularly isolated stuff. And the reason being is because of our lifestyle, because a lot of us sit driving or we're sitting at an office, we have really, really tight hip flexors. So what happens sometimes if we go into a training program and it has a lot of crunches, which we know doesn't give us a six-pack, we need to address our nutrition, which I'll talk about soon, is that we can actually tighten our hips up even more. And why that's bad is because once the hips are tight, it starts to go into your lower back. So a lot of the times when people are actually got a sore back, I often see them doing this and touching their toes, where in actual fact doing a hip flexor stretch is going to be way more beneficial. It's going to help them disengage their hip flexors, which is not only great for booty building because you'll be able to engage your booty a little bit more when your hips are nice and lengthened, but it'll also make sure you switch on your abdominals the way they should be, okay? So anyone out there, try not to do too much crunch or abdominal or isolation abdominal work. What we need to focus on is neutral spine. So if you tuned in yesterday, drop a 2. I spoke about neutral spine and finding neutral spine, becoming aware of the pelvis, and that will actually activate your deep abdominals. It's the best way to get a flat stomach in 5 seconds. So drop a 3 if that sounds good to you. So we spoke about having, the hips too far forward, which gives us like that flat back. And then we spoke about the hips too far back, which gives us that sway back. So we need to find that neutral position of the spine. So she just wants all the attention. Say hello to everyone, Bimby. She doesn't know what's going on. So once you find neutral spine, what you'll find is there's this band or lower band at the bottom of your tummy, and that actually is your deep core stabilizers. So it's much, much better for your overall health to actually get these muscles stronger. And it really is the secret to having that flat stomach, is to have strong deep core stabilizers. Now once you've got that awareness of that neutral spine, then you can go into core focused exercises. So something like a plank hold. I love plank hold variations. Drop a 4 if you love plank hold variations. A lot of my girls are always getting sore through the abs when we do plank hold variations. So I'll show you a couple of those. But yeah, basically finding that neutral spine first, so you're getting those deep core muscles activated, then go into your plank. So if you can't master a plank holding neutral spine, so if your butt's in the air or you've got that sway back, you're not going to progress, all right? So you need to first establish neutral spine. You need to be able to switch on those deep core stabilizers before you start making an exercise harder. You see these advanced training techniques on Facebook and in these videos, and people go gung-ho and try and do all these advanced abdominal exercises, and they're engaging all the wrong muscles. So drop a 4 out there if you've gone into this hardcore advanced abdominal exercise program thinking you're going to get a six-pack, when in actual fact you end up pulling your back out or you do an injury. So it's really important to get the basics right, team, before you progress, and that's why there needs to be more education in the online space to help people with this. Again, doing crunches is not necessarily going to give you the results you want. All right, so once you've established that plank position, then you can do your variations. So things like rotations are great. I love, the hip drop. That's a great one if you're engaging the obliques. There's lots of different things you can do, and if you join accountability, I always try and vary my core exercises. So jump on that, the link's up the top. I'm going to describe the detox in a moment. And then the third thing is you need to focus on good compound exercises. Now compound is multi-joint exercises, so things like squatting, things like chin-ups, things like military press, things that require more energy to complete, to get that flat stomach, to get those abs. Why? Because you have to brace your core. So when you're doing a chin-up, you're actually getting an amazing ab workout. Drop a 6 if you agree with that, all right? So for some of my preps, I never even did any abdominal work, and I got on stage and I was like ripped as. And this is the thing, people need to realize that it is all about engaging the core through doing your compound exercises, so deadlifting, squats. Don't ever go into a program thinking that doing ab exercises is actually going to get you the abs you want, okay? So it's all about education. Don't waste your time, all right? And then nutrition. So abs are made in the kitchen. Drop a 7 if you agree with that. So you need to nail that, all right? And there's no point, again, going into an advanced abdominal routine if you're not addressing what you're putting in your mouth. So we need to shred, okay? Now, going on to the shredding, I do have my detox accountability program, and we combine the two together. So a couple of reasons why we detox: liver, kidneys, GI tract, they get a good clean out. That'll optimize fat loss. You'll find that your midsection will go down. And the reason we team accountability with it is that you may have all the tools in your toolbox, but no one's holding you accountable. So there's no one that's invested in you daily to get you changing, all right? So you need the two together. You get 7 products with it, all there. You can PM me if you want information. Food list, I mean, you don't have to starve yourself to get a great result. You should know that if you've been following me for a long time. I'm all about food, just choosing the right ones. Trust me, I couldn't go without my food. And then you got your supplement protocol. So you get a 38-page booklet with that. It's an amazing detox. It really gets the liver, kidneys, GI tract all working optimally. And of course, we want to show you the results. So we've got Georgie here. She did 28 days on accountability. We've got, who's this chick? That's me. Phew. I did 4 weeks on my own while I was accountable to myself and on detox. Then Alicia, 30 days accountability on that one. Got Jen here, and the list goes on. We got Helen there. We got Vicky. All these girls did the 4-week detox, so you get enough for 4 weeks. Got another one, Nat. I just keep going and going. I could be here all day. There's another one, Deb. A little bit of a cardio bunny. I had to actually teach her that nutrition was more important than, multiple ab exercises. Drop an 8 if you've been that person that's done multiple exercises at home with your door closed in your bedroom, and you wake up the next day and go, oh, funny that, my abs are still the same. So again, detox and accountability and getting that nutrition right is really where it's at. I love this ab transformation, and we rarely train isolation abdominals on accountability. It's core, it's a lot of legs, it's a lot of the fat burning compound exercises that I was telling you about before. So don't waste your time, all right? If you're spending multiple hours in the gym, if you're starving yourself, or if you've just tried multiple programs and no one's holding you accountable, so you last a couple of days and then you fall off the wagon, get someone that you're going to stay accountable. If it's not me, make it someone else, all right? Because it's not necessarily that the program doesn't work, it's just that you're not doing it. Or again, no one's invested in you heavily enough to make you do that, okay? And we know that when we have active, what we call active reach or active focus, we start to create those lifelong habits, which is what accountability is all about. So that's it from me today, and drop a 9 if you got lots of value out of that, and drop a 10 if you're going to do the detox accountability, because it starts on Monday, and like I said, I'd love to have you on my team. I'd love to coach you guys. Have a great Arvo. Ciao.